Hello everyone, I think it's recording now. I accidentally did the whole video and it didn't record. Okay, so happy full moon in Aries. I'm going to let you know the time of the full moon for our location here on the West Coast. It is going to be the full moon at 7:52 p.m. on the 24th of September. That's tomorrow, Monday. Yay, happy full moon. Um, the zodiac sign of Aries happens at 4:04 p.m. But then the peak for the full moon for our location happens at 7:52 p.m. Okay? So something important that I wanted to say in the video that I said at the end of the video. But if you know the location of where you're born, you can also look that up online and find out the time zone for that. If you need the website link for that, message me and I'll send you a website link that will tell you that. And you can enter, that particular city, and or you could just do a Google search yourself and find that city where you were born, that area, and that's a good time for you to start your meditation if you want to meditate at that time. Why would you want to use the location where you're born? If you feel like you just need more of a guidance for where you want to go, okay, what you want to do in your life. And that would be especially for, I'm trying to see who had the North Node in their sign. Give me a second. I'm reading my own fast handwriting here. Leo. Leo has the North Node. And North Node is in retrograde, which means, North Node is where you're supposed to go in life, what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to be. Your higher self, right? So when it's in retrograde, when North Node is in retrograde, things might not seem like they should be going the way that they should, but it's just moving slower. It looks a little bit different than you ideally think it should be, and that's for anyone that's a Leo. So if you know where you were born, Leo, then you can look for the full moon time for that location. But you can also use the location of where you currently are living. So you'd be meditating twice. That's just some little fun fact or fun meditation, astrology, number technique, okay? Okay, so I'm going to focus on the chakras that you should be working on for your meditation and the type of meditation that you should be doing, okay? And since it's dealing with 12 signs, and I didn't pick one meditation for everyone to make a video on it, but if I were to tell you one meditation that you should be doing for this full moon in Aries, and Aries is a very I am sign, self-awareness, right? So even though Aries is self-awareness, awareness of self, and they can be viewed as being selfish to others, but they have mastered, on the positive side, they have mastered the ability to focus on themselves to obtain their purpose and their goal. So if you look at it in that positive sense, we should all be doing that, and we have a less a chance of wasting our time and energy on anyone, right? Okay, so if a meditation that everyone can do is to be more aware of everything, kind of like an empathy or a self-awareness, but just a general awareness of all. Since it's a full moon, awareness of yourself, of how you think, feel, and act, and just being aware. So it could be a mindfulness meditation where you're, instead of reacting to something that upsets you, it's like a daily meditation, it would be. So you can practice that when you see this video tonight. I'm going to upload it as soon as I finish recording it. And for the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, okay? I'm looking at the calendar right now, popping it up. Okay, so Monday is the 24th. So the 24th, and some location, the full moon is on the 25th. Okay, because this full moon happens on the 24th, 25th. So for the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, that's Thursday, 4 days. Look into, you could even push it to Friday, a self-awareness meditation, where it's a mindfulness meditation of just observing things. Instead of reacting right away, just observe it, and just see how your day gets better, and how you can understand yourself even more, of how you judge things really fast, right? And then you can see how others might react to quickly without getting the full story or the full understanding. And in certain things, it's normal to say, oh yeah, that is what it is, but just observe for the from Monday through Friday, right? So that is a collective meditation. Okay, so for Aries, you're in a water sign, and Aries, for this full moon, anytime a fire sign is in a position for the full moon in their charts, in a house of a water sign, it's a lot of emotions that come up. And I'm not going to go into the astrology of all of it because it will be really long, and that's what the astrology video is for. I'm just going to mention the type of meditation and the chakra. Aries need to be working on the sacral chakra, okay? Dealing with any emotions that pop up, all right? Taurus is in Aries house, so Taurus needs to be working on I am. Any kind of mantra that is I am, you can work with that. Even the mantra I am, okay? Need to be working on the root chakra, Taurus. Gemini needs to work on grounding, root chakra as well. Also, self-esteem, okay? Lifting up oneself. Leo could be working on self-nurturing, okay? That's root chakra, sacral chakra, even the third eye chakra, okay, the mind, okay? So I want to say Cancer. I'm on Cancer, right? So Cancer, communication for Cancer, okay? Communication, throat chakra for Cancer. For Leo, communication or self-nurturing. So for Leo, it's either the root chakra for some of you, or the sacral chakra. For Virgo, you will be working on the heart chakra for love, and also throat chakra, communication. For Libra, you're working on self, okay? It could be the heart chakra, okay? And for some of you Libra, it's even going all the way up to the crown chakra, or the third eye or crown for some Libras. So when you hear this, you'll know what works for you, okay? Scorpio. I want to see this. Scorpio will be dealing with self-awareness, so the third eye. For some of you, Scorpio will be heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye. Okay, so as a Scorpio, you'll find out which one do I need to work on. Do I need to work on love? Do I need to work on communicating how I'm feeling? Do I need to work on trusting myself, trusting my intuition? And I want to back up to Libra. Libra could be working on throat chakra as well. I want to put an emphasis on that, okay? On communication, throat chakra, what you say to yourself, what you say to others, being mindful of that, okay? Especially when it comes to work and working with others, okay? And please watch the astrology video for everyone. Okay, so I already did Scorpio. So Sagittarius can be working on heart chakra, but also third eye, okay? And I skipped the throat, but expressing yourself, throat chakra for some of you too. So dealing with trusting that the universe is going to provide for you if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing physically, because we're on the physical plane. So it's not about this la-di-da-di, lofty, oh, things will just, come to me. In certain situations, you sit and you do the best you can, and then you allow things to happen around you. But for the Sagittarius, it's more of dealing with the heart chakra, letting go of anything that hurts. Um, okay, and anything to do with love, welcoming love, and the third eye of trusting yourself. Capricorn is dealing with a lot of change, so being able to handle change. So that's root chakra. Okay, so dealing with the root chakra and feeling grounded and feeling secure, especially if you have to go through any kind of life changes, a physical move. Okay, and how you handle that. So a lot of root chakra work, and then bringing it up to and focusing a lot on the crown chakra and knowing that you have that connection, and things will work out in the best way that it should. Okay, and just believing and knowing that you're doing everything that you can to make things happen, Capricorn. Okay, so for Aquarius, it's a lot of working out karma. So any kind of meditation to deal with letting go of past issues, anything that's holding you back. Okay, working on a chakra would be letting go of anger. So really working at the root chakra to find more stability. And based on your astrology, the meditation that you should be doing is letting go of the need to feel like you need to argue or fight back. So the throat chakra, but really working it up there, the heart chakra to the throat chakra, because the things that you're going to say might not be in the best interest. So really dealing with stress and calming the mind. Okay, calming of that fire within you. And then for some of you, Aquarius is dealing with stress. How do you handle stress? Right? How do you handle chaos and things that just pop up? Okay, so how do you handle that? Right? Let's see. Now, Pisces, it's trusting yourself. So that really is the sacral chakra. A lot. I mean, you're working from the root chakra, the sacral chakra. I really feel that would be good for Pisces, the sacral chakra, because once you love and appreciate yourself, you're not going to get so stressed out about the people that you have to deal with. So based on the astrology is what I'm basing these meditations on. So Pisces, working on trusting yourself, the sacral chakra, and then spend extra time on the third eye. So anything to do with trusting yourself would be a very good meditation for Pisces. So just to reiterate that at 4:04 p.m. on the 24th for our location is going to be when Aries is within the moon vicinity, right? But then the peak of the full moon, the moon will be in Aries at 4:04 p.m. Okay, and if you look at if you're looking at numerology of it, 4 is all about structure and balance, right? But then if you make it 8, it's infinity. If you're looking at the numerology of it for your meditation, when the moon is in Aries. But then the peak of the moon is at 7:52. Okay, and 7:52 is 14. Bring it to 5, and you think of the astrological meaning of 5, which is slipping my mind, which is so crazy because I haven't done it in a while. But when I think of 5, the first thing comes up is all the element: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Okay, so look up what 5 means in numerology. If it's about our inner and our outer world. right? And it also mentions earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, and the five senses: sight, taste, touch, hearing, and smell. Hey, babe. Okay. Hold on, let me get my friend. Okay. So the five senses, right? And then it also represents personal freedom. Okay. Excuse me. Personal freedom. So then how can you incorporate all of all of those elements in into one, right? How can you find balance for yourself? So the inner and outer world. So at that time of the full moon, no matter what you're working on, it's like, does your inner self reflect your outer self? Is something to think about. And from the astrology for this full moon, something that pops up is uh, for our area, we have a grand trine. It's like a triangle shape in the astrology, where in Capricorn you have Saturn, and it's an earth element. And then it's all about what we're working towards. And then I don't have it up. And then in Aries, a fire sign, you have Chiron, which is the wounded healer that can heal everyone else but cannot heal his own wounds, right? But Chiron's in retrograde. So we're doing a little astrology in this. So at the other angle of the triangle is a fire sign of Aries with Chiron and the moon, and it's all about healing and the emotions of healing. And then for the air sign of Libra, you have the sun, because we're in the season of Libra starting today, September 23rd. And the full moon in Aries is tomorrow, the 24th, and also the 25th, depends on your location. So you have Libra, we're in the sun sign of Libra, so it's a Libra's birthday today, right? And it's Libra's birthday from the 23rd of September to the 22nd of October. And Libra's an air sign, and you have Mercury, the communication sign. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgos. Those are the only two signs that is ruled by Mercury. So they're very good at communicating. And they're like triple threats. Like they can, Virgo and Geminis can be talented in many things. They're ruled by Mercury. It's like it's on, it's set. And it's funny because they're opposite signs. One is air and one is earth. So if you look at the most creative people, you will find a Gemini up there and you will find a Virgo up there. And I could list out a whole bunch of them, but I'm not going to. But so with this Saturn, Chiron, Moon, Sun, Mercury in this area, in that grand trine, it's like a force of energy. Okay, this force of energy for meditating is all about the Capricorn energy of the physical matrix world, corporation, companies with power, versus Aries. I am thinking of myself, but I'm in the 12th house of psychic dreams and intuition and spiritual life, right? While Capricorn is with Saturn of restrictions and rules and life karma, right? And taskmaster Saturn, right? Saturn is like no joke. If you're playing around, Saturn will let you know that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, right? And then you have Mercury in Libra. Libra is all about the law, legal system, balance. The sun, which is like really can be like reliving life all over again. The cycle of the sun, where we're here on earth and the sun is so important, and we're reincarnated into the sun and back into earth. And then you have the air sign of Libra and justice and balance and law, and Mercury and communication. So at this full moon in Aries, it's like everyone's thinking about themselves and they're trying to get healing, and they have restrictions, and the karma that comes with the actions of the restrictions and the rules and the regulations, and the Capricorn energy of work and organization, and the Libra energy of wanting peace and balance and not liking chaos. And then Aries is like, hey, I'm thinking about myself. It's not that I don't care about you. You got to get your stuff together. I'm working on me. I can only help myself. If I help you, I can't get my stuff done. And then Chiron is like, I can heal you, Aries, but I can't heal myself. But it doesn't look like I'm healing you, right? Or to Aries, it's like, I'm not receiving the healing. I'm not receiving what I want, but you're getting it. But it's you're receiving it in a different way, Aries, and you're receiving it slower than you'd like to receive the healing or the act of gratitude and emotion, where the moon represents that loving, caring energy. So it's this triangle of all of the physical world and its restriction, but at the core of it, it's working towards healing and communication, working towards healing and communication. That's the three thing. So whatever you're working on, you're working towards healing, and it might not feel like you're receiving it, but you are receiving it. And that's the funny thing. So the astrology has been studied. Every time this is in this house, this planet is here, this zodiac is here, certain things happen in the world that when you look back at, say, 1974, that just popped up in my head, what was going on in that date. I don't know if it applies. I didn't look up everything, like what had happened in the past, but something was similar, or a similar type of action happened in the world, in the global as a world, or within that particular zodiac sign was experiencing that same planet in their sign, being in that same house, or something similar to that. So it's like it's a repeating cycle, right? And the effort that we're taking to heal ourselves and to communicate with ourselves. And Saturn is saying, are we serious about our healing? Right? Saturn is very grounded in that earth sign of Capricorn, saying, do you really want healing? Right? And then you have the fire sign of Aries saying, I can heal others, but I can't heal myself. And then it has the moon of its emotions. And the moon is like, okay, I got you. I can heal this. But it's going to happen slower, and it's not looking like I'm healing you. But as an Aries, you want it right now. Now. Right? And then you have Libra that's saying, okay, both of you guys are off balance. You're really getting me upset. I'm Libra. I'm air. I don't like any chaos. I want things balanced. But Libra is in the sun, right? So the sun is like, hey, you guys are reincarnated back here again, and you have to learn balance. You have to learn balance and what restrictions are good and what restrictions are bad from Saturn. And then from Chiron, it's like, okay, are we taking Chiron seriously? Okay, fine, wounded healer, healing others and not healing ourselves. So are we really looking at being in that Aries position? Chiron is saying, yeah, you want to fix other people and use that Saturn restriction energy, but are you really fixing yourself? And there's a Chiron in all of us where we feel like, hey, I'm not you, but I know what's best for you. So we have to be mindful of that. And then the moon is all this feminine energy, right? And the moon is there like saying, hey, I'm going to keep balance because you mofos are like really messing up. You're not, healing yourself. And then you're trying to tell other people what they should do with themselves. So the moon is like that mother energy that's like, we need to calm down. We need to get this energy together, So you can look at these meanings for these planets in our solar system and see what their meanings are, and then see, hey, does this apply to current events that's happening in my life right now? Someone's outside playing touch touch football or whatever it's called. So, you know, I'm like, please don't let the ball go through my window. I'm making a video. Okay. So we want to look at this grand triangle of how this energy is, and see how we are dealing with ourselves. Great. But then we can also do this mindfulness meditation from Monday to Friday and see how the world is handling global situations, right? And we can see where there needs to be healing and communication, and that Saturn energy of, okay, what can we get from Libra to balance out this? And Saturn is there, so there's going to be a lot of balancing that's going to happen, and there's an opportunity for self-realization and self-growth. All right. Happy full moon in Aries, guys. That is your chakra working meditation, you finding a meditation, a mantra for yourself, find it through Kundalini yoga, hatha yoga, whatever, and then the interesting thing with Aries now, for the organs, the body, on this chart that I have, for Aries, every zodiac has an organ or body that affects them, just like each chakra that goes up the spine, because we have so many energy points, but the 7 chakras also deals with an organ in the body. But also the zodiac signs also are known through research over studying astrology of the signs. They also have a part of the body that always cause them ailments, or they have issues with, right? So for Aries, it is the head, the teeth, the tongue, the arteries, okay? And usually when it's that zodiac, and this isn't medical advice at all, I just want to put that out there, but this is like astrology. They say that don't work on this part of the body whenever it's a full moon in that particular sign. But it's quite interesting if you practice Qigong or Tai Chi, and you happen to be in Aries, you say, hey, do I usually have a head issue, teeth, tongue, arteries, right? And they say at the full moon, it's not good to have surgery on these parts of the body during the full moon in that particular sign. So if you're Aries and it's a full moon in Aries, they say don't work on this particular part of the body at that time. So if you study stuff like that, I just thought it was interesting. If you have comments on that, if you do energy work and you notice that, then leave a comment. That would be pretty cool, interesting conversation. But yeah, so happy full moon, and any questions about the chakra work or a type of meditation, definitely message me. Peace to everyone. Namaste. Sat Nam.